Hare Krishna, good morning, everyone. Thanks for the beautiful chanting. We'll continue reading from this The Living Name book by His Holiness Sachinandana Swami. It's a guide to chanting with absorption. I've been seeing or hearing at least some of you are very much absorbed. The way that you're chanting is very nice, being very focused. So, yesterday we saw aligning the body is very important. Next is body can be aligned uh, somehow or the other. The challenge is aligning the something which is inside the body, which is mind. So we may be sitting like a really straight posture, and even the pronunciation may be perfect, and even we may be listening for that matter.
Bro, you got muted.
Okay, I think I pressed something wrong. Thank you. Let's see why it is important to align the mind and how to align the mind. Let's read. Before reading, remember yesterday body aligning the body has three important things. Three, posture, pronunciation, and listening. That's very important. That's a summary of yesterday's. But today, aligning the mind. Our Western civilization has been remarkably successful in strengthening the influence of ripus, the inner enemies of the conditioned soul. These enemies, which make the mind untamed, or the lusty desire to enjoy as much as we can lay our hands on. Dr. Cornell West, the American philosopher and scholar, shared with Radhanath Swami in an interview. We live in an age of mass distraction weapons. The mind regularly cheats us with misguided perceptions of reality. We become lost in inessential things that we believe to be a priority or necessity and endlessly flit between what we want and don't want, forever changing our minds without reason and warning. We have become sick with the speed of our mind and spoiled by a hectic and frantic inner environment. Cursed by the illusory energy, we fluctuate between past happenings remembered as happy or sad and future fantasies projected to give happiness or distress. The mind is a specialist in stewing on what is said, what she said, what he really meant by doing that, what we did and didn't do moments ago, days ago, weeks ago, and years ago. It is equally proficient and anticipating what will he do next? What will I do next as a result? What if our plan works out? Or what if it doesn't work out? What about my plan? It's quite interesting. This paragraph is very, I can relate this because at workplace, constantly people talk about every day they talk about what's going to happen, right? Will they do this one or will they do that one, and all sort of things. It's just mind keeps bothering so much. Mind just takes it for a ride. Thus we are either in the past or in the future, but right now we are not here. Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur captures this sentiment in his poem Sharanagati Vaishnava. There's only English translation here. Forget the past that sleeps and never near the future dream at all, but act in time that are with thee, and progress thee shall call. Yeah, come inside. It is critical we train our minds in deep concentration or mindfulness. We in the now because it in reality. Real true life happens in the present moment. We only have the present time to live. We only have some authority over the moment right now. I'm going to read this again. My mind got distracted. It is critical we train our minds in deep concentration or mindfulness Be in the now because in reality, real true life happens in the present moment. We only have the present time to live. We only have some authority over the moment right now. Why should we be ruled by things of the past or the unknown future? We have a chance to be with Krishna right now. Practice being in the present with each name you chant. Bhakti only happens in the present. This is a beautiful statement. Bhakti only happens in the present. If we are not aligned in this way, we will go through life but not notice the lessons placed before us. We will see but not recognize. We will be disheveled on all over the place. Have you ever tried to have a conversation with someone who is constantly receiving phone calls? It's not possible to enter into any deep topics because his mind is dispersed. Krishna also cannot communicate with us if our mind is all over the material world. He can't enter our heart if we have given it to other things. Be with the chanting by bringing your mind to it. Wherever the mind wanders, due to its restless nature, bring it back. The one statement is that philosophically, it says that he cannot enter our heart if we have given it to other places. Krishna can enter, do anything. What it means is that he's not going to be happy entering into our house. If you invite someone to your house and you just don't even take care of that person, you keep on doing so many other activities, then that person even felt that you should call me when you're free. Why even call me now? Right? The same thing. There is a famous archery contest described in the Mahabharata where Dronacharya, you all know this one, Dronacharya, the great teachers of the Pandavas and Kauravas, called all the students to demonstrate their skills. He requested them to shoot an arrow into the eye of a wooden bird placed elusively at the top of a tree. He first asked Duryodhana to try his luck, then Yudhishthira, and after him all the other young princes. After him, all the other young princes. But before permitting them to release their arrows, he asked each of them to describe what they saw after they had taken aim. Each hopeful archer described how they could see the tree, leaves, the birds, other students, their teachers, and so on. Dronacharya was not pleased and forbade all of them from attempting to hit the mark. Finally, he called for Arjuna and asked him what he saw. Arjuna readied himself to shoot just as the others did and replied, I see only the eye of the bird. What about the tree? Your brothers, all of us probe the teacher. Right now I only see the eye of the bird. Replied Arjuna. Dronacharya commanded, fire. What was the point of the test? Dronacharya wanted to teach the importance of focus. When you are focused on your goal, your mind is deeply fixed on that goal. The rest of the body aligns itself. The same holds true for chanting the holy name. Our goal is to be utterly present when we chant. In the context of Kirtana, to align the mind means to listen both to the lead singer and to yourself as you repeat after him. This is quite important because I see that the Kirtan lead will lead one particular melody and the followers will change the melody to altogether. Right? It's the same thing even when we are reciting the Bhagavatam slokas during Bhagavad Gita Bhagavatam class, the speaker will have a certain melody that he wants to present, but one of the audience will change it to some other melody of the rhythm of the slokas. It's not necessary. You just have to follow the lead of the speaker, of the lead in what mood they are trying to recite a sloka or sing the song. We are not in any way to change all those things that by following them. We shouldn't do that. Because most of us identify so deeply with the content of the mind, in some ways, Kirtana means to lose the mind in order to find it. Lose the material mind and find your Krishna conscious mind. This means to consciously switch off distracting thoughts and replace them with thoughts of Krishna. To do that, we have to practice the essence of mental focus. Return the mind to the chanting whenever it drifts away. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita 6.26, Yato yato nischalati manas chanchalam astiram tatastato niyamyatyat atmanyeva vasam nayat. From wherever the mind wanders due to its flickering and unsteady nature, one must certainly withdraw it and bring it back under the control of the self. One more time. From wherever the mind wanders due to its flickering and unsteady nature, that's the nature of the mind, right? One must certainly withdraw it and bring it back under the control of the self by constantly keep hearing and pulling the mind to hearing process of Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. To summarize, to align the mind means to, number one, releasing thoughts of the past and future, relinquish thoughts of the past and future and focus on being utterly present. Give away the past thoughts, give away future thoughts. Past is past, future is future. Nothing is under control. The only control we have is the present, exact that moment, because the next moment also we don't have control. So let's focus on being present, uttering. Number two, keep bringing your attention back to hearing the holy names. Don't despair if the mind still wanders. Just learn to catch it and bring it back. It is something one needs to practice relentlessly. So we have to, we are not yogis, and even yogis have challenges. So therefore, the only thing we have to do is bring the mind back. Whenever it goes, bring the mind back. And as Sachinanda Maharaj said in another book, where you don't need to try to focus the entire 16 rounds. You don't need to chant focusing on the entire 108 mantras of one mala. Just focus one mantra. Even if you cannot focus one mantra, he said focus on each word. Hare. Then just move on to the another one. So that's a very important thing. Srila Prabhupada reiterates the solution with encouraging words. What is controlling of the mind? You have to chant and hear. That's all. This is Prabhupada's response. What does it mean by controlling the mind? You have to chant and hear. That's all. You have to chant with your tongue and hear the sound. That's all. What is the question of what is the question of the mind? So Prabhupada responding back by answering, it's just controlling mind means what? It's just simply chant and hear. Then what's the question of mind? So again, two important points from today's learning. Relinquish the thoughts. Just release the past thoughts and future thoughts and focus on the present. Number one. Number two, bring your attention back to hearing the holy name. In spite of whatever the urgent thing that we may think is important in our life for that day to get it completed, it can wait. It can definitely wait. Nothing is going to change. So we have to focus on bringing the thought back to the holy name in spite of wherever it's wandering. So tomorrow, aligning the heart. Tomorrow or when we meet again on reading this, aligning the heart. Thank you all very much. You all have a wonderful rest of the day. Chant and be happy. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.